Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, Toxic and Alien met up for the second week in a row. Can anybody dethrone Alien? Find out next.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome back to the track, Diecast Monster Truck Racing fans, as we get set and ready for week 3 of the March season here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. The man to beat, the man with the streak, 𝐬𝐻 and Alien, trying to hang on to that championship flag here tonight. Black Stallion set to take on Crash Test Dummy to get us started. 𝐿TORO going one-on-one with Blue Thunder. Then Toxic takes on 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR, and then Snakebite will get first crack at defending champion 𝐬𝐻 and Alien. Getting us started here tonight inside of round 1 is longtime veteran Kieran Adams, the former 4-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Crash Test Dummy, there you see him ready to go, represent the KJ Motorsports race team on the outside lane. His opponent is Joey Andrews, the Monster Mania 4 champion. Black Stallion out of Hagerstown, Maryland on the inside. Here's the green light now to see who's going to go into semifinal action. Stallion's got a good lead on him over the pod. Now over goes Crash Test Dummy, and Joey Andrews and Black Stallion will move on in the semifinal competition here tonight. What a matchup it was. They were even down that straightaway, but watch here as we go back to the replay. Black Stallion on the inside lane starts to pull a lead down this straightaway. Watch now as they go up and over the pod. A smooth transition, nice downside, and he gets the job done, and over goes Crash Test Dummy right there on the outside lane. And now our MTA track crew and officials are down there. He's out of the truck. A-OK got a bad bounce on the downside of that pod, and it's sent him for a wild ride here tonight. Nonetheless, he's out of competition and on the trailer for the remainder of the March season. Black Stallion will move on. Next up here tonight, last year's Monster Mania champion Sawyer Ramsdale returns here tonight in the Built for Tough Blue Thunder, trying to get back in the points game here. We'll see what he's got as he takes on new kid on the block, Georgia Wolf, in the 𝐿TORO machine, now ready to go on the inside lane. Who's going to be matching up with Black Stallion in semis? Here's the green light now. The points are on the line for the season, and down the straightaway they go. They're pretty much even now over the pod. A good matchup here, and over goes 𝐿TORO in the shutdown area. So 2 rollovers here tonight to get us started. Week 3 of the March season here on Thunder. We're going to take another look at a slight lead to Blue Thunder on the outside lane. Georgia Wolf, 𝐿TORO trying to make up the ground as they go up and over the pod now. Settle it down over the final set of cars, and Blue Thunder will come away with a victory. And 𝐿TORO comes away with a little bit of body damage here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. As we go back down to the track, our MTA officials down there to roll her back over. She's out of the truck, waving to the fans. She's A-OK, good to go. But the truck suffered a little bit of body damage here tonight. And there you see the pieces scattered on the arena floor as they get her right side up here. The damage has been done to 𝐿TORO. She's on the trailer for the night. And Blue Thunder advances on into our semifinal competition. Next up here tonight, the new kid on the block, Dustin Stoner, been taking MTA by storm. He's made it to the final round showdown, the final 2 weeks here on Thunder. Can he get there again? We're going to find out as he takes on Halloween Madness champion Josh Rhodes out of the Crush This race team. 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR Chevrolet ready to go on the outside. Here's the green light now. Ford and Chevrolet going to duke it out here in round 1. 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR with a slight lead on him, holds it out. Josh Rhodes will pull out a win here tonight over Dustin Stoner and Toxic. So he won't make it to the finals for the 3rd week in a row. However, 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR advancing on in the semifinal action. Here's a look at the replay. Rhodes had a lead on him pretty much all the way down. They go up and over the pod here. Toxic starting to make up the ground here, but not enough, as Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR will come away with a victory by about half a truck here tonight in round 1. So he puts the Toxic machine on the trailer early here tonight, and right now we're going to figure out who 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR will match up with in our semifinal action. The defending champion, now a 6-time Thunder champion, 𝐬𝐻 and Alien, looking to hang on to that championship flag for a 5th week in a row. We'll see what he's got against Mean Gene Patterson, Colt Cobra, out of Cobra Creek, Colorado, the supercharged BDS-powered brass eagle Snakebite. Here's the green light now to see who goes to the semifinal action. The Alien's got a slight lead on him. Snakebite trying to make it the ground, unable to do so here tonight, and Patterson shoves it right into the bus stack inside the shutdown area. And Mean Gene Patterson will go on the trailer, and 𝐬𝐻 and Alien take the flag into the semifinal competition. Look at this right here, by a truck length. Up and over the pod they go. They settle it down. Alien not giving him an inch. And 𝐬𝐻 puts it in the semifinals for a 5th week in a row here on Thunder. What a matchup it was as we get set and ready for our semifinal competition. Again, we started with 8 trucks. We're now down to the final 4. Joey Andrews returns in the Black Stallion Ford out of Hagerstown, Maryland. He'll be lining up against Sawyer Ramsdale and Blue Thunder, a former Monster Mania champion matchup right there. Other side of your bracket, Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐶𝐴LIBUR out of the Crush This race team gets ready to take on 𝐬𝐻, the defending champion in Alien. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our semifinal action, I want to remind you guys once again, March 28, 2026, 32 of MTA's baddest diecast monster trucks will be throwing it down at Monster Mania 7, the biggest event we do all year long. And we're back now with Thursday Night Thunder, week 3 of the March season. We're getting semifinal action kicked off and underway. There you see Joey Andrews now on the outside lane, Black Stallion ready to go. And again, this is a former Monster Mania matchup. Joey Andrews won Monster Mania 4 in 2024. He's now taking on the Monster Mania 6 champion, Sawyer Ramsdale, Blue Thunder. Here's the green light. Who's going to the finals now? It's the battle of the Ford Oval Brigade. They're even now. Blue Thunder pulled a lead on them through the final set of cars. Over goes Ramsdale in the shutdown area. And look at the dirt that caked up inside of the window of Blue Thunder. Hopefully we'll catch that in our MTA replay. You can see the dirt packed up in there. He rolls the truck over. Look right here as they hit the straightaway. Blue Thunder puts the horsepower down up and over the pod. He settles it down nicely. Shoot out over the final set of cars. Ramsdale won't be denied, and right here he turns it over on that van stack down there in the shutdown area. And look at the dirt just hanging out in the window. I bet he got a mouthful on that one, but nonetheless, we're going to see who's matching up with in the final round showdown as Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 will take a shot at the defending champion Jim Cartwright and Alien, who seems to be on a streak over here. He cannot seem to lose that flag, and he's got that truck dialed in. We'll see what the Crush This Boys and 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 got for him on the outside lane. Here's the green light. Who's going to the final round showdown? They're pretty much even off the line. 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 with a slight lead. Alien making up the ground now. Over goes Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 in the shutdown area. What a matchup it was. He was going to go for broke, whether he rolled it or saved it, whatever it may cost. 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 was trying to go after the champion. Look how even they are right here down the straightaway. Over the pod, they settle it down now on the downside ramp. Shootout now over the final set of cars, and Jimmy Cartwright didn't get it by much, but the flag will stay on the back of Alien here tonight, and Josh Groves goes for a wild ride in 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿. There you see him spin a Rooney on the outside lane. What a matchup it was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the pit area where we remember Sawyer Ramsdale rolled that truck over, chasing down Joey Andrews and Black Stallion earlier tonight in semifinal action. They've got the dirt out of the cockpit in the window. They say he's ready to go for our final round showdown. Alien and Blue Thunder next. It is now time for the final round showdown, week 3 of the March season here on Thunder. Sawyer Ramsdale out of the Backyard Beast race team looking to take away the championship flag from the man who is now 15-0, Jim Cartwright and Alien. Can he make it a record-setting 16-0 here tonight? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Flag on the line, streak on the line, Blue Thunder and Alien. It's showtime here tonight as we go green down the straightaway, side by side they go. Alien's pulling a side lead, but Blue Thunder not coming an inch. What a matchup it is, and Blue Thunder turns it over in the shutdown area here tonight. Sawyer Ramsdale was going to give it his best shot to take on the defending champion. Look how they are side by side in our replay. Down the straightaway they come, up and over the first jump, settle it down on the backside of the pod, and it was all Alien by about half a truck here tonight. What a matchup. Sawyer Ramsdale gave it his best shot, but the streak continues here tonight. He is now 16-0, and you have to start to wonder if he can be beat out here on the track. Heads up racing, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your now 7-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Jim Cartwright and Alien. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take a look at the overall point standings. Jimmy Cartwright and Alien took home all 3 weeks here on Thunder. He is your overall winner at 300 points. Right behind him, the new kid on the block, Dustin Stoner and Toxic at 255. Blue Thunder, 240 there in 3rd place. Rounding out the field, Josh Rhodes, 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 at 235. And then from 5th to 7th place, Snakebite, Crash Test Dummy, and El Toro Loco at 230 points. And rounding out the field, Joey Andrews and Black Stallion at 225. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your overall points winner here in the March season, Jim Cartwright and Alien. And ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen anything like it out here in MTA history. Is anybody going to upset Jimmy Cartwright and Alien? We'll soon find out. Thank y'all so much for coming out and watching Thursday Night Thunder. If you missed that on Smashdown this past Tuesday, don't mind the wacky thumbnail. Just click that video and check out all the wild and crazy action. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you down the road.